Any new visit, new guest, new devotee, or rather devotee coming for the first time? No. Hare Krishna. Page number 283. Yeah, 631. So we can read, I'll read once and you can follow through. Sarva bhuta sthitam yo mam bhajati ekatvam asthitah sarvatha vartamano napi sa yogi mai vartate. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Such a yogi, Hare Krishna. Such a yogi who engages in the worshipful service of the Supreme Super Soul, knowing that I and the Super Soul within all creatures are one, remains always in me in all circumstances. Purport, anyone who wants to read purport? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. A yogi who is practicing meditation on the super soul sees within himself the plenary portion of Krishna as Vishnu with four hands holding conch shell, wheel, club and lotus flower. The yogi should know that Vishnu is not different from Krishna. Krishna in this form of super soul is situated in everyone's heart. Furthermore, there is no difference between the innumerable super souls present in the innumerable hearts of living entities. Nor is there a difference between a Krishna conscious person always engaged in the transcendental loving service of Krishna and a perfect yogi engaged in meditation on the super soul. The yogi in Krishna consciousness, even though he may be engaged in various activities while in material existence, remains always situated in Krishna. This is confirmed in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.2.187 of Srila Rupa Goswami. Nikilasva ape avastasu jivan mukta sa uchyate. A devotee of the Lord, always acting in Krishna consciousness, is automatically liberated. In the Narada Pancharatra, this is confirmed in this way. Dikkala kaladye anavachine Krishne cheto vidayacha tanmayo bhavati kshipram jivo brahmani yojayet. By concentrating one's attention on the transcendental form of Krishna, who is all pervading and beyond time and space, one becomes absorbed in thinking of Krishna and then attains the happy state of transcendental association with him. Krishna consciousness is the highest stage of trance yoga practice. This very understanding that Krishna is present as Paramatma in everyone's heart makes the yogi faultless. The Vedas, Gopala Tapani Upanishad 1.21 confirm this inconceivable potency of the Lord as follows. Ekopi san bahudayo vabati. Although the Lord is one, he is present in innumerable hearts as many. Similarly, in the Smriti Sahasra, it is said, Eka eva puro Vishno sarva vyapi na samshaya
Samshaya.
aiswaryad rupam ekam cha surya vat bahu deyate. Vishnu is one, and yet he is certainly all pervading by his inconceivable potency. In spite of his one form, he is present everywhere as the sun appears in many places at once.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Arupa Kadamahyam Dadhati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarupyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So we are in the 6th chapter. So if we see Bhagavad Gita is divided into how many chapters? 18, and they are more or less grouped into a group of 6. So first 6, second 6, and the last 6. And if we see the first 6 is on which yoga it is talking about? Karma yoga. And the middle 6 is Bhakti yoga, and the last 6 is Gyan yoga. So basically 6th chapter is kind of culmination on the Karma yoga. So if we go chapter wise, the first chapter is Vishada yoga. So you see yoga is important. So all across the theme of Bhagavad Gita is all about yoga. And what is yoga? Connection. Yeah. Connection, or yeah. The Sanskrit word yog means plus sign, like jod. Understand addition, right? So yog. And what is this yog? The yog is the process of joining my relationship with the Supreme. So ultimately, in fact, if we go further in chapter 6, the conclusion of chapter 6 is conclusion of all the yogic process. Krishna says that if we go to this last verse of this chapter, Krishna says, of all the yogic process, yoginam api sarvesham madgaten antaratvanam shraddhavan bhajate yoma samyukta tamomataha. Of all the yogis could be Karma yogi, Gyan yogi, Dhyan yogi, Bhakti yogi. So we can understand like Bhakti yogi we call, right? Bhakta and Bhakti yogi. So Bhakti yogi is a process, but the culmination is like you are completely situated in devotional service. So among all these yogic processes, the perfection is, Krishna says, who is the authority? Bhagavad Gita, the speaker is Krishna. Krishna says that Tamomata, as per his opinion, Bhakti yogi is the perfection of all the yogic processes. So basically we can understand as those are different stages. Like I may ask a question, like in the chapter 1 itself, the name is Arjun Vishada Yoga. How does it look like? Where is the yoga coming in Arjun Vishada Yoga? Mataji, where is the yoga? Arjun is crying, repenting. It's like he's completely into bewildered state, and it's like, where is yoga coming in? Vishad, yeah, yoga. So basically, Vishad means what? Sadness, moroseness. So you see that the name of the chapter itself is Arjun Vishada Yoga, where it's like, if we see it's like, if we go deeper further into the expansions of the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Lord expands into three, yeah, three major expansions. One is called Vishnu Tattva, another is Jeev Tattva, another is two or three, or if I'm wrong. The Supreme Lord expands into Jeev Tattva, Vishnu Tattva, and the third one, not material nature. Ishwar Ji Prakriti, Kal, and Karma. No, those are like, these are subject matter. These are subject matter. I'm saying that the expansions, the Supreme Lord expands into Vishnu Tattva, then Jeev Tattva, and which is the third Tattva? Guru Tattva? No. Panch Tattva. Panch Tattva is more or less on the material expansions, but that's a good answer as well. So the Supreme Lord expands into the Vishnu Tattva is Vishnu. All the Vishnus we hear is Vishnu Tattva. And Jeev Tattva can never be Vishnu Tattva. So it's like from from qualitative point of view, it's explained that the Supreme Lord has 64 qualities. Vishnu Tattva has 60 qualities. Jeev Tattva has 50 qualities, can go up to 50 qualities. And there is one Tattva which can go to 55 quality. What is that? Shiv Tattva. So Shiv Tattva is neither Jeev Tattva nor Vishnu Tattva. So it's like kind of not Jeev Tattva. So it's like, it's very difficult to define the position of Lord Shiva. If you see from Srimad Bhagavatam perspective, the spiritual world, material world. I was referring to one of the, what you call the Golok chart, or it's called Golok Sanchitra in Hindi, where the expansions were there, and Shiv Tattva was not mentioned in the spiritual world. Okay, it's borderline, like between spiritual world, then there is the Karanodakshai ocean. In that, the Supreme Lord is there, and then Shiv Tattva is there, and then the material world and all the Jeev Tattvas are put in there. So the reason why I was quoting that is, we were going back to chapter 1. Chapter 1 is Arjun Vishada Yoga. The yoga is basically, the Arjun is what? What is his position as? Is he Jeev Tattva, Shiv Tattva, or Vishnu Tattva? Jeev Tattva. And so basically from Bhagavatam, the classification is more or less we can understand like the Supreme Lord expands into Vishnu Tattva. And the first expansion of Supreme Lord is what? No, not Shankarshan. Balaram. The first expansion is Balaram. And then Balaram expands into the first quadruple called the first Chaturvyu. So there it is Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Shankarshan, and Vasudev. Okay. And this Shankarshan, so first Shankarshan expands into Narayan. And this Narayan is heading all different Vaikuntha planets in the spiritual world. Just like in spiritual world there are countless universes, material universes. Similarly in the spiritual world there are countless universes. They are called Vaikuntha. What is Vaikuntha? Not anxiety. Yeah. Basically Kuntha means anxiety, and Vaikuntha means there is no anxiety. And why there is no anxiety in Vaikuntha? There is no Maya, there is no duality, there is no time dimension. So this time dimension is there in the material world, and as a result the impact of time dimension is the body is getting older. I am not getting older, the body is getting older. I may start thinking that at this age, if I start running like my daughter, 5-year-old, I'll be in trouble. Because from my, from my spiritual composition, I'm a spirit soul. But if I start behaving like, since I'm spirit soul, I'm the same person which I was some 50 years back, it's not possible because the body has deteriorated. So the reason why we are talking about the expansions of the Supreme Lord is to come back to chapter 1, where we talked about Arjun Vishad Yoga and how Arjun is put into that situation, like and what personality he is. So if we understand, the Supreme Lord expands into Balaram. Balaram expands into first quadrupt, that is Aniruddha Pradyum, Vasudeva and Shankarshan. So this Sankarshan expands into Narayan, and this Narayan is heading different countless Vaikuntha planets. Okay, and then this Narayan expands into, Shankarshan expanded into Narayan, and this Narayan expands into the second quadrupt. That is the second Chaturvyu, and those are again Aniruddha Pradyum, Shankarshan and Vasudev. So this is the second Shankarshan, and this second Shankarshan expands into the first avatar. Avatar is different. Avatar is like expansion. We can understand that Vishnu Tattva, Jeev Tattva and Shiv Tattva. And avatars are typically like descend. Yeah, avatar means coming down, basically. Yeah, Prabhu. So these avatars are broadly 6 types. Broadly 6 types. The first avatar is coming from this second Shankarshan, and this avatar is called Purusha avatar. Okay, Purusha avatar. So this Purusha avatar, the first avatar, the Purusha avatar is what? Mahavishnu. And Mahavishnu, I'll bring that chart one day. It's like, but it's in Hindi. I'm not sure if everyone understands Hindi. So this Mahavishnu is also called Karanadakshay Vishnu. Karanadakshay Vishnu. And this Karanadakshay Vishnu further expands into Garbhodakshay Vishnu. And Garbhodakshay Vishnu is entering each material universe. So if we understand, if we take a bag of mustard seed and throw it across, that many universes you can understand in the spiritual world, that many in the material world. So you cannot count, basically. So this Shankarshan, this Shirodakshay Vishnu, Karanadakshay Vishnu expands into Garbhodakshay Vishnu. So this Garbhodakshay Vishnu enters each of the material universe, and then the third expansion or Vishnu is Shirodakshay Vishnu, which is also called Paramatma. And so far we understood those Narayans in the spiritual world, each universe Narayan. And this Shirodakshay Vishnu is situated in Kshirshagar. And if we try to look into the northern side of the earth, there is the pole star, and near that pole star is the place where Shirodakshay Vishnu lives there eternally. And that planet is Vaikuntha planet. This is eternal. It doesn't deteriorate when this universe deteriorates, or it's like during universal cataclysm. So we spoke about Narayan in the spiritual world. Each planet has Narayan as the heading, presiding deity. And this Shirodakshay Vishnu is what? Is the same Shirodakshay Vishnu which we call him as Paramatma. Paramatma. So you understood that how the Supreme Lord expands into Vishnu Tattva, and the second expansion is Shiv Tattva, which is neither Jeev Tattva nor Vishnu Tattva. And this Jeev Tattva are of broadly 3 categories. So the Jeev Tattva is called the Jivas and Devtas And there is one more avatar called Shaktyavesh avatar. So far in this entire structure, we understood one was the first avatar was Purusha avatar, and then we are talking in Jeev Tattva as Jivas, then Devtas, and Shaktyavesh avatar. Shaktyavesh avatar, Avesh. Basically, those are empowered incarnation and they are Jeev Tattva. And Devtas are also Jeev Tattva, but they are like, they, their position is more or less like a devotee. So devotee's position is that devotee completely understands that I am part and parcel of the Supreme. The Devtas also understand that they are part and parcel of the Supreme. As a result, someone may see that, oh, why the Supreme Lord is favoring these Devi Devtas. We see so many times Indra does some kind of, he forgets his position, then he does some, it looks like it's offensive, and then we see different activities going on. As a reaction, he gets the birth of a pig also. So, but these devtas are at the same platform as the devotees, where it's like they completely understand that they are part and parcel of the Supreme. So, if we approach Devi Devtas with that understanding that they are part and parcel of the Supreme, say for example, we respect all the Devi Devtas with the complete understanding that they are the administrators in the ministry of the Supreme Lord. So here we are coming back to the Jeev Tattva expansions into three things. One is the Jivas, the second is Devtas, third is Shaktyavesh Avatar. Clear? And this Jiva are of two kinds. Any attempts? Jivas are of two kinds. Okay. One is called Nitya Mukta, Nitya Baddha. Nitya Mukta means eternally liberated, and Nitya Baddha are eternally conditioned. So this Nitya Mukta souls are eternally liberated souls, and they are always situated in the spiritual world. But they descend along with the Supreme Lord or to carry on this message of the Supreme Lord. And then there are Nitya Baddha, where these are called, one is called, so Nitya Baddha Jivas have the prerogative that they are two kinds basically. One is faithful and another is called infidel. Prabhupada says that infidel, as the word he has used, is Pakhandi. Pakhandi is the word Prabhupada has used. So the Nitya Baddha are of two kinds, faithful and Pakhandi. And the Nitya Baddha, the faithful, are divided into devotees, and the rest of the thing falls into, Prabhupada says, mental speculators, or what is Prabhupada says, manodharmi. They follow their mind, and like modern scientists, if you go them, they will say that, oh, it's like God doesn't exist. But a real scientist is one who says that God exists. For example, Einstein and all those great scientists, they accepted. I think I heard that Einstein, he mentioned that the more I start looking into the outer space, I realize that how powerful that person will be who created all these things. So basically science and spirituality cannot be separated out in actual terms, but something sold in the name of science is problematic, right? So where we are, so basically the devotees, so basically Arjun and all those elevated souls who always accompany the Supreme Lord could be situated as Nitya Mukta Jivatmas, or some Shaktyavesh avatar, where it's like they are empowered soul. So Arjun actually knew his position, that he is part and parcel of the Supreme. But then if we see during the time of Mahabharata, where it's like there is nothing to fear for him basically, as he was the best archer at that time, and he had all the skills to single-handedly destroy the entire enemy flanks. But he got bewildered that, oh, it's like when he asked Krishna to take him in the center of the army and then tried to see what's going on, then he started looking at his elders and things like that, and then he said that, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to fight, because it's like if I kill them, with whom I will enjoy the what you call spoils of the war. Basically, when you become, when you kill them and you have the entire thing with you, what do you do with that? Because you have no one else to enjoy with. So that was the bewilderment Arjun was put in. So it's like he was put into Vishad for a specific purpose. For that, Krishna can explain that, okay, what is the purpose? And then later on, so that's the reason why that chapter is called Arjun Vishad Yoga. Clear? So that's Arjun Vishad Yoga. Then the next chapter is what? Observing the army in the battle of, or observing the army in the battle. Yeah, contents of Gita summarized. Yeah. And also the name of the chapter is Sankhya Yoga. So where is Sankhya coming in that chapter? Sankhya is the analytical study. So it's like where it's like the situation is that he goes in the center and it's like then Krishna summarizes a lot of information. So we will move back to chapter 6 because we have a lot to cover. But the reason why I wanted to highlight how the expansion of Krishna happens is to understand how deep this scripture is. Bhagavad Gita, as we discussed last time also, Bhagavad Gita talks about 5 subject matter: Ishwar, Jeev, Prakriti, Kal and Karma, and their relationship, and that is called Sambandha Gyan. I was asked a question sometimes back that, see, everyone is chanting, everyone is doing devotional service, then why it is happening that within this movement there are so many, what do you call, situations where it's like dislikes and politics and all? Why? Because it's like it shouldn't happen. Ideally it shouldn't happen, because if I know that everything belongs to Krishna, that means I am situated, my ahankar or the false identification is gone. But why? What is the problem that this false identification is not going? Any guess, like why we are still not able to give up our false identification that I am this, I am this, I am a powerful person, I am the president, I am this, I am that. Past karmas, prarabdha, past karmas, attachments are not removed. Purification is not there. Maya, I am under the influence of Maya. So jivas are called Tatashta Shakti. Again, back to the expansion of the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord, we talked about the expansions, then we talked about avatars. Oh yeah, coming back to avatar. So avatar we talked about Purush avatar, we talked about Shakti-Avesh avatar. And this, yeah. So now, if we see the Purush avatar, the first one was Karanodakshaya Vishnu or Mahavishnu, then Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and then Shirodakshaya Vishnu. And then please understand this Shirodakshaya Vishnu is the source of rest of the expansions. Clear? So the rest of the expansions are Yuga avatar, then Guna avatar, then Leela avatar, and Manvantar avatar. Okay, so 4 plus Purusha avatar, and the 6th is Shakti-Avesh avatar. Clear? So all those Guna avatar, Leela avatar, and all those things, please understand that in the Guna avatar there are 3 expansions we normally understand. Vishnu, then Brahma, and Shiva. Please understand, within these 3, only one is Vishnu Tattva. The rest are Jeev Tattva and Shiv Tattva. Clear? That's how the expansions are. So it's very important. And then we talked about, so those are the expansions of Supreme Lord. Then there is one more thing. We talked about the incarnations. Then the third thing we wanted to talk through was the Supreme Lord's energies. So energies are 3 kinds. Mataji? Mhm. Mhm. Okay. So internal energy, marginal energy, external energy. So internal energy is called Antaranga Shakti. Ladini Shakti, and then there are two more. So those are within the Antarang Shakti, there are expansions. Okay. So Antarang Shakti, then Bahirang or the external. Antarang Shakti is, we can understand in one perspective, Radharani or the spiritual world. And Bahiranga Shakti is the material energy. Yeah. And the Tatas Shakti are us, the living entities. And that too, within the living entities, the Nitya Baddhas. So the Nitya Baddhas have the tendency to be under the influence of the spiritual energy or the material energy. So then there could be a question that why in this material world there are so many jivas, and then at the same time the Supreme Lord says that, oh, if you surrender, Bhagwan guarantees in Bhagavad Gita that if you surrender to me, then you will come back to me. What is that verse? Sarvadharman Paritaja. There is one more where it's like the Supreme Lord guarantees that Name Bhaktya Pranashyati is one. Then there are one more reference. There are several references where the Supreme Lord guarantees that one who has surrendered to me never comes back to the material world. So these are the devotees, the bhaktas who are uh, sadhana siddh. Sadhana siddha means, or there is one more called kripa siddh. Kripa means, sadhana siddha is more like you follow the regulative principles and then you keep on doing that, and eventually you are completely situated in Swarup. And what is Swarup? Jiver Swarupa Hoy Krishner Nityadas. Okay, Swarup. And those jivas are situated in Mukti or the liberated stage. And Mukti is explained in Bhagavatam. Mukti hitva anetha rupam swarupena vyavasthita. And Swarup is what? My serving relationship with the Supreme. So basically what is happening is that, so basically the Antarang Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti and Tatas Shakti. So we explained that Tatas Shakti as well. Clear? So please understand, this is like very important information, and you can make a note and understand and be clear on this concept. Not, that's a wrong word to use. It's not a concept, that's the fact. Okay. So how much time we have? 20 minutes? 20 minutes. So we'll try to cover all those verses first, and then we'll revisit this topic, because I wanted to come back to this chapter. It's called, the name of the chapter is Dhyan Yoga. Also, the name of this chapter is also referred sometimes as Atma Sanyam Yoga. Atma Sanyam Yoga. Atma Sanyam Yoga. Okay. Remind me, we will cover this point after covering these verses, because we wanted to particularly cover why. Let's discuss that for now. So basically, I mentioned that what is the problem that if we are trying to be practicing devotional service, still we have so much of tussle or so much of conflict of so-called interest. What is the reason? Separate mentality, yeah. Past karmas, Prabhuji mentioned that. Ignorance, yeah, very good point. Passion and ignorance, more influence. We are not situated in sattva or shuddha sattva, so that's the reason. Other reason, Bhakti Vinod Thakur explains. You remember one of the songs he has sung. He says that, so basically we are all trying to do bhakti, and bhakti is what? Devotional service, so many things. And the most important thing in bhakti is what? Surrender is the end result. Faith is one aspect where it's like, unless we have some faith, we will not do bhakti. Love is one aspect. So bhakti is the most important thing I would say is that we try to rebuild our relationship, and that's the subject matter of Bhagavad Gita called Sambandha Gyan. And Sambandha Gyan in all the subject of Ishwarji, Prakriti, Kal and Karma. So what we are doing as part of bhakti is we are trying to reestablish our relationship with the Supreme. Okay. So it's like it's kind of chicken and egg situation normally. That's a bad word to use, but it's like which came first. Like if we do bhakti, we are situated in devotional service and we are situated in our swarup. And if we are situated in swarup, we understand the relationship, right? So it's like Bhakti Vinod Thakur says that Sambandh janite janite bhajite bhajite uh, uh, ahankar. What word he has used? He has used like what is the other word for ahankar? I forgot the word. Sambandh janite janite bhajite ahankar abhiman hoya dur. So that's one of the songs. Homework. Please try to search that verse, that song. It's a very lovely song. Sambandh janite janite bhajite bhajite abhiman hoya dur. So two things. Just by bhakti, our abhiman will not go away. But bhakti with the understanding of sambandh, then abhiman will go away. And then we will be situated in a situation that I will not be envious. So abhiman, or ahankar or false ego is the root cause of all the problems. Interesting? Yeah, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. But love is not, why Sambandh Gyan? Like love itself is ultimate this thing, right? But
Yeah.
why Sambandha Gyan? Like if I'm loving,
Uh-huh.
I don't.
Very good point. Very good point. Prabhuji is saying that if I am situated in love, then why is the need of understanding the relationship? Very good point. If I am truly situated in love of Godhead, we can see the examples of what we call them as a Paramhamsa stage. Paramhamsa stage is where it's like I know, I know my relationship with the Supreme, and I know rest of the things are also in relationship with Supreme. So if I am situated in that Paramhamsa stage, I am situated in absolute love. But we are what do you call sadhaks. We are trying. So it's like we have been carrying so much of impressions from past life. So that needs to be cleared. So it's like chanting is the process of clearing that, but at the same time, Bhagavad Gita is the subject matter where when we go deeper into that learning, then we'll understand that not knowing Jeev and Ishwar relationship is enough. That's not enough. Knowing the relationship between Ishwar and Prakriti, Jeev and Prakriti, Kal and Ishwar, all these five subject matter needs to be completely understood. So basically, that's what I said, that that's a wrong. I didn't find a proper way saying that which came first, chicken or egg, kind of. So it's like if we are situated in love, seed is first. Yeah, that's a better example. Yeah. That. Thank you. So basically, yeah, love is the absolute position, but it's like where in this material world we may call so many things as love, but it's like the closest to the love of Godhead is the love or the unconditionality of the love of Godhead is close to the love of mother and child. Still, that cannot be trusted in today's date. Because it's like if I go into that thing, then it will be a controversy, like what we call, in India it's called Bhrun Hatya. Hatya means murder. In America it is called abortion, abort. So it's like, anyway, I don't want to go in that, people call it rat hole or something. So what I'm trying to tell is basically whatever is in the name of love in this material world is based on so many ifs and buts. Even between friends also, we see that you have been friends for ages, 20 years, 25 years. Once you meet and something happens, and then that's the end of it. You'll never talk to that person. That happens, right? So basically, That's why Bhagavad Gita is spoken and all the situation got created for us to understand that relationship. So if we are in a Paramhams stage, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says what? Sarv dharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam vraja ham tvam sarv papebhyo mokshishyami ma shucha. Everyone would have surrendered. That's not happening. Krishna says, if we understand Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we should surrender. We should give everything on him to make decisions rather than I trying to fix the problems of my life. Right? That doesn't happen. So we are not situated in that. That's why we are sadhak or the practitioners. So we are practicing, and not necessarily that this life, it may take next life as well to be properly situated. So that's the struggle. That's what Prabhupada has given us a perfect process. And at least if we have 100% faith on Srila Prabhupada's instruction, what he says, if we see his last video, I keep on insisting on that video, the passing of Acharya, where Prabhupada is instructing on one of the verses, I forgot the verse, where it's like from Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam, he's commenting on something and then he goes back to the verse from Bhagavad Gita, where he says that you need to be in right consciousness, you need to be situated in at least in Satogun. And in fact, Satogun is not also enough. You need to be in Shuddha Sattva. Okay. So to be situated in Satogun, Prabhupada instructs that rise early in the morning, attend Mangalarti, then chant your rounds and honor Prasadam and read. Prabhupada gave so much of literature that we don't have. If we really go into those literature, we don't have time to read any nonsense from internet or from anywhere or a cricket match. So the point what I'm trying to tell is Prabhupada has given us the perfect process. The mercy is flowing. It's up to me. If I really want to grab it, it's there. I can grab it. And if I simply say, Prabhupada, thank you for establishing this movement, very nice. That's not enough. It's like even if we serve his lotus feet for eternity also, we will not be able to pay off the mercy what we have got. Saying is easy, but practically if we see that there are 8 billion population in this world, how many actually try to be God realized? Of which, how many are seriously attempting for it? So it's like if you can narrow down, we'll see fraction of, but I don't know how much good fortune we have that we got hooked into a perfect process and people have God realized in this perfect process, but still that faith is not there. Still I try to solve my problems. So it's like, why? Because that surrender is not there. And that surrender is not there because of the education system I have gone in, that I try to solve problem. Anyway, that's a very deep discussion. In the interest of time, let's progress. Otherwise, will not be able. So let's read the translation and purport, because it's like I wanted to cover very important aspect on Bhagavad Gita, Dhyan Yoga basically. So I'll just read the translation and the purport of the 32nd verse. So who is saying? Arjuna is saying, right? Yeah. So basically, no, it's the Supreme Lord, because 33 is the one where Arjuna starts saying. Okay, so I'll read the translation here. Krishna is saying, he is a perfect yogi who by comparison of his own self sees the true equality of all beings in both their happiness and their distress. O Arjuna, Prabhuji, this answers your point. A perfect yogi who knows who by he is a perfect yogi who by comparison of his own self sees the true equality of all beings. So even this is like jeev to jeev relationship. So it's like in that a yogi who is perfectly situated treats all jivas are equal. And we see Prabhupada quoted the example of even Jesus Christ in several commentaries. What he mentioned that, see his consciousness at that point, how much God conscious that personality was, where he says that oh God, oh Lord, please forgive these people who don't know what they are doing to me. So it's like if someone tries to hammer a pin or even punch a pin in my body, my immediate reaction is, what are you doing, right? But here you see a devotee who is being tortured to that extent, and still he says that, oh Lord, please forgive them, that they don't know what they are doing to me, because they are not situated in Sambandhagyan. So the messenger of the Lord is situated in Sambandhagyan. So that's the point. He is a perfect yogi who, by comparison of his own self, sees the true equality of all beings in both their happiness and their distress. O Arjuna. This is a small purport. I'll just read through. Yeah. One who is Krishna conscious is a perfect yogi. He is aware of everyone's happiness and distress by dint of his own personal experience. The cause of the distress of a living entity is forgetfulness of his relationship with God. The cause of our unhappiness or distress is our sambandhagyan, our misunderstanding or lack of understanding of our relationship. And the cause of happiness is knowing Krishna to be the supreme enjoyer of all the activities of the human being, the proprietor of all lands and planets, and the sincerest friend of all living entities. The perfect yogi knows that the living being who is conditioned by the modes of material nature is subjected to the threefold threefold material miseries due to forgetfulness of his relationship with Krishna. And because one in Krishna consciousness is happy, he tries to distribute the knowledge of Krishna everywhere. Since the perfect yogi tries to broadcast the importance of becoming Krishna consciousness, he is the best philanthropist in the world, and he is the dearest servitor of the Lord. Very important. Prabhupada keeps on insisting that the biggest philanthropy work is giving Krishna to the individuals because of the forgetfulness. There is a big story, but we will not go, otherwise we will lose time here. Na cha tasman manushyesu kaschin me priya kritamaha. 18.69. In other words, a devotee of the Lord always looks to the welfare of all living entities, and in this way he is factually the friend of everyone. He is the best yogi because he does not desire perfection in yoga for his personal benefit, but tries for others also. He does not envy his fellow living entities. Here is a contrast between the pure devotee of the Lord and yogi interested only in his personal elevation. Very important. So difference between a yogi and a pure devotee. A pure devotee is actually he possesses all the qualities of yogi as well. The yogi who has withdrawn to a secluded place in order to meditate perfectly may not be perfect as a devotee who is trying his best to turn every man towards Krishna consciousness. Very important. In fact, Krishna in the later verses in 18th chapter, he says that who is more dear to him. He says that one who is distributing my name is dear to him. I didn't. Okay. So 33rd, 34th and 35th verse is 33rd and 34th is Arjun asking a question again. So basically in this chapter, 6th chapter, there are two questions Arjun is asking. There are two questions. So this is the first question where Arjun is asking. I'll read the translation. O Madhusudana, the system of yoga which you have summarized appears impractical and unendurable to me, for the mind is restless and unsteady. The mind, I'm reading the next verse in the interest of time. The mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate and very strong, O Krishna, and to subdue it, I think, is more difficult than controlling the wind. So Arjun is giving up everything, that mind is difficult to conquer. Any doubts that mind is not difficult to conquer? No doubt. There should be no doubt at all that mind is the driver of all. My mind is the culprit. But anyway, we are blaming things on mind. Krishna says, Chanchala hi manah Krishna. Basically means the mind is so chanchal. Means chanchal, you understand, like not stable, it's like just like a boat, when a paper boat you put in water and it goes in different directions in the wind. Same way, mind gives us options. Mind gives us option. I remember, like when I was initially I started this practice of devotional service, I used to put an alarm of 3:30 and 3:45. So I knew that 3:30 will be there and 3:45 will be there. I need around 45 minutes to get ready. So my mind, very smart. So around 3:29, I remember that the bell will ring. I'll just turn it off. That anyway, after 15 minutes, it will turn on. So you see, it's like even if you try to defeat your mind, mind gives you a nice option. Anyway, you have the second alarm. First of all, putting second alarm is an indication that you are trying to find options. So mind is extremely difficult and it gives you options. For example, even for chanting also, like, okay, oh, I am tired. It's like, let me do it after finishing other important things, as if this is not important thing. Mind. So mind is giving the option. So mind is extremely difficult. And then later on, that's the conclusion of this chapter, that is called Dhyan Yoga. Basically what it means is that you do bhakti with dhyan, means with concentration. Otherwise what will happen is that you will not be able to do it, because it's more or less like walking on a razor blade. It's like you lose track, or you start what you call any prajalp or something, you will get your leg cut. And I have personally seen in my life, I have seen so many things, like mind gives you an option that, okay, let me try this, and then you fall into a trap, and then you do things. So it's like it's a continuous struggle. But the only option is that try to come back to the perfect process that has been given. The mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate. What is the meaning of obstinate? Stubborn, adial, obstinate. So mind is obstinate and very strong, very strong. O Krishna, and to subdue it, I think it is more difficult than controlling the wind. So basically then, so those were the, so I'll read the translation what Arjuna is saying. Arjuna says, O Madhusudana, the system of yoga which you have summarized appears imperfect and unendurable to me, for the mind is restless and unsteady. The mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate and very strong, O Krishna, and to subdue it, I think, is more difficult than controlling the wind. So basically Arjuna is asking for an option, that how do we control. So the next verses are more or less focused on Krishna's response. So we'll read the first response, where Krishna says, the Lord Sri Krishna said, O mighty armed son of Kunti, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the restless mind, but it is possible by suitable practice and by detachment. So to control the mind, Krishna is giving the option of detachment. What is detachment? It's a broad term. What is detachment? Not attached. And where is this attachment coming from? Root of attachment. Let's start from the root. Mind, further before mind. Samskar, further before samskar. Ego, it's more or less close to that. But our eternal position is, our eternal position, Hare Krishna. It's okay? Okay. Our eternal position is, sorry? Servital of the Lord. And ultimate position is, our position is Satchit Anand. Eternal, full of knowledge and blissful. And when we forget this, let's go to the root. Let's go take this body. When this body was born, in my mother's womb, through my father's semen, then I got this body, and then this body expanded. So before that, I was actually Satchidanand, but I became Asat, Achit, Niranand. Means I forgot what is Sat. We take Asat to be Sat and Sat to be Asat in this position. So that Asat is when I get this body, and that's where ahankar begins. And that's the reason why I was talking about the term ahankar, false ego. And what was the word we referred from Bhakti Vinod Thakur's abhiman. So this abhiman gets into our chetana. Another question: is chetana eternal or temporary? What is chetana? What is consciousness? It's it, yeah. So this consciousness is along with that living force. So the consciousness is along with the living force, but the original consciousness is what? Satchit Anand. Eternity, that I am eternal part and parcel of the Supreme, full of knowledge that I am a living entity and my relationship is to serve eternity, knowledge and bliss. How bliss? Because I am situated in the right consciousness that he is my master and I am his servant. Let's not understand master and servant in material relationship, which is a master and servant, a paid relationship. I am doing a service. That's not the right word. Service is understood to be a paid service. But service means it's a service like mother and son, mother and child relationship. So our position was Satchitanand, but the moment I got this body, I became contaminated. Let's understand the example of I getting this body. We can compare this example in a gross way with the example of rainwater. Just analogy basically. Rainwater is pure. Rainwater you can put in an injection and put in your blood. Nothing will happen. There will be no damage as such. But the same water, when it touches the ground and you take that water and put in your blood, you will have problems. So the point here is that the rainwater before touching the ground is pure. And the moment it touches the ground, it becomes impure or contaminated. Same way, I, that living force, is pure. The moment I get this human body, I start identifying that this is the extension of me. As a result, if you ask someone, my dear friend, when you want to die, what I get in response? I immediately get a slap. What nonsense you are talking? How dare you talking like this, right? Why? Why I don't want to die? That's not the right answer. Pleasure seeking is one aspect, yeah, same as Mataji is saying. That's the answer. That's the answer. The answer is identifying myself with body. So I am eternal. I don't have death because there is no time dimension associated with it. But the moment I get this body, I start thinking that this is my extension. Since I am eternal, this body is eternal. So this body is not going to die. Clear? That's the reason. That's the reason. And it's more or less like if you are driving an expensive car. If you get into an accident, as if it's like I am hit. Of course, the vehicle is damaged. I may get some mechanical impact, but what happens is the first understanding is that this is my extension. So that's the identification of what I have. Say, for example, if I get cancer, I'm just making it up. It can happen. So the first thing will be that I'll be disturbed. I'll be disturbed because as a devotee, I may understand that, oh, this is body temporary. Maybe this is the time I have to live within that time. So maybe I'll try to do God realization better, chant properly, or hear more, right? But still, because of the impressions from past life and propensity to enjoy, I may feel that, oh, it's like I have to die. It's like, what about my bank balance? What about my family? This thing. The problem is that everything will be taken care of. It's not that I'm indispensable. The word is indispensable. So someone say I'm indispensable. The fact is that nobody is indispensable. There are immediate impacts of things, but it's like that's the reality. Anyway, so I would like to stop here. I don't want to get into the verses. Maybe how much time we have? 25 minutes. 15 minutes. Wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. What time we want to chant? Now? I'll take one question if there is any question. If there are no questions, that means I understand that there was nothing of relevance I covered.
One technical question. So, because I'm not a devotee, I cannot ask on question
Krishna.
on devotionals.
that's a humble way of saying that I am not a devotee, but
no,
we
so
all are
that is,
practicing to be a devotee.
True. Not. I think the problem with the Vaishnavas is even if I say something, they always glorify others in a way. But anyway, so you said like there are multiple, countless Vaikunthas, right?
Yeah.
So Kumaras goes to all this, like the story of like Kumaras that
Very
happens
good
in
question.
every.
Very good question. Prabhuji is asking that the 4 Kumaras, right? Yeah. So where did they go actually? So it's like if we actually go into the details of Vaikuntha planets, I have a chart. Maybe one day I'll bring it, or if I get an English copy, I'll bring it and we can put it here. So in Vaikuntha planets, there are countless. Like you cannot even count. It's impossible. So there are countless planets, and there are so many planets like Krishna Lok. Krishna Lok is the planet where Krishna is two-handed. That's the only planet, and rest are Narayan is heading that. So those are 400. So the understanding is that they would have gone to Krishna Lok. Yeah, and Jai Vijay must be there only. So it's very difficult. It's like we can look at things from different dimensions, but there are countless dimensions which we have no clue. We think from 3-dimensional point of view. Mathematically, it's that 25 dimension or something. I forgot. So it's like there are so many aspects. For example, even from Bhagavatam, if we try to see those 7 islands, it's very difficult to visualize that from this limited vision. It's very difficult to map that. Oh, what are those Shalmali Dweep and Plaksha Dweep and all those Dweepas, like how they are positioned. So, yeah. 64. Yeah, yeah. Interesting. Yeah. 64 dimensions is mathematically possible? String theory. Yeah. Nice. Hare Krishna.
We have atoms and electrons, quarks.
Yeah.
I mean, there are multiple subdivision of our understanding.
Mm-hmm.
So then ultimately they found like, I mean, I don't know, but I see the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Strings are like each energy vibrates in a particular frequency.
Mm-hmm.
That could morph as a different particle.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why people find like different particles. They talk about God particle also.
Yeah. What is that word they call it as? I forgot. 2012 they discovered something. So basically, you see how much atheism is there. The scientists are trying to find substitute for God. They don't want to use Krishna as the Supreme Personality. They will use something else. What was that? Higgs boson. So it's like there is no original matter, but Higgs boson is the original matter, that is Krishna. So that's how things are. So I think, yeah, yeah. Sankhya Yoga.
Sankhya Yoga has another name, and you told you can remind me about it.
I think we will have a longer Atma Sanyam Yoga. So it's like yeah. No, I told about this chapter itself. There are, the name of the chapter is Dhyan Yoga and Atma Sanyam Yoga. So it's like, it's like I was reading some commentaries. So there are like different commentaries. So this particular chapter is Yam. What is Yam?
First.
Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharan, Dhyan, Samadhi, the first
Ashtanga
step.
Yoga, first step.
Yam is control. So it's like if you see Atma Sanyam Yoga. So there is a warning here. Atma Sanyam. Sanyam means balance. Like, and there are commentaries like I was referring to Gita, Bhagavad Gita Tatparya by Madhavacharya. He has used the word Asheshataha. Asheshataha means complete dependence on Krishna. Then there is something called Gitarth Sangraha, Yamunacharya. He says Yog. What is Yog? Prepares one for Bhakti Yoga. Okay. And then Tattva Tarangini by Purushottamacharya. Yoga is not renunciation, rather devotion to Krishna with discipline. So the discipline, so basically Atma Sanyam Yoga means there is a warning hidden in this, that you may practice yoga, but to be actually situated in Bhakti Yoga, you need to have that Atma Sanyam or the balance. So that's something. So the chapter is basically discipline the senses or mind is the pre-qualification to link with the Supreme. Mind, yeah. That's another, Atma also refers to mind. Okay. So I think we'll stop here. If there are questions, we can take during Prashadam, but we will chant 108 rounds. So let me take my bead as well. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Yes, bro. Oh, I think I wasn't sure if this. Yeah, I'll tell you. Thank you. You hold it. I'll take it. Thank you. Yeah, we don't need this. So we'll just refer how to chant once more time. One more time. There is no harm. So if you see this is the head bead. We start. So there are certain rules also, like if you see, the starting beads are the small ones and it ends with a thick bead. So there is some reasoning for that. It's there in Narad Pancharatriki. There are some more instructions like how to do it, but normally what we do is that we start here, number 1, and we hold like this, and then we say Hare Krishna Mahamantra one time, then next time, then we will keep on going till 108. And before that, we chant the prayer for Srila Prabhupada, and then we chant the prayer for Panch Tattva. And when we keep on doing 16 rounds, then every round after that we do Panch Tattva prayer, and then we go on. Okay, so we'll do that. So the Prabhupada's glorification first. Namo, already, Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamine Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati. We all can say actually. नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिने इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशे तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you. So, nursing Aarti by kids. प्रिया सबको बुला के लाओ. Hare Krishna. So, I think that was Friday, right, Prabhu? Anyway, so we will be offering some respect for Badri Narayan Maharaj, who recently left his material presence in the service of Srila Prabhupada. So we'll just read out some glorification, and then we'll offer Pushpanjali, the flower offering. So if you see, his picture is there. So we'll read it. You want to read, Prabhu? Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. So I'll just read out some of the brief introduction of His Holiness Badri Narayan Maharaj. Much of the session highlighted Badri Narayan Swami, born in 1952, first met Srila Prabhupada in 1969, joined the Laguna Beach Temple in 1970, and taking initiation in 1971, he was a leader known for animated, humorous, and incisive communication, as well as deep institutional memory. So we will offer flowers and Prabhu, you want to say something? Yeah, come over. Yeah, you, if whatever memories you have, you can glorify. Thank you.
Maharaj was GBC, Southern California GBC, for many years. I went to Laguna Beach in 2001, and I stayed in Laguna Beach for almost 16 years. And Maharaj used to come every year twice, and he was very strict with his. He was a very disciplined person. He was very strict with his sadhana, and he would not tolerate any nonsense. And I had the opportunity to talk to him personally a couple of times, and also saw him in Laguna Beach Temple couple of times, especially during Mahagaur Purnim. He would come for Mahagaur Purnim, and also he would come for like New Year, January 1st, January 2nd, like that, and he would give calendars. It was a shock for us, and many devotees in Laguna Beach also felt like it's a shock. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So everyone please come and offer the Puspanjali for His Holiness Bhadran Maharaj. Huh? Some flower. Yeah. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
But it's for Narasimharti, right?
Narasimharti later. After.
Oh.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Yeah.
Pulkit Mataji, right?
No, I'll keep it like this. Wait, when do I start? Okay. Wait, no, not now. They're not ready.
Hema Mataji ka mere
They're not ready yet. No, they are. They are.
Yeah.
I have to wait for them.
Cooking side. 1 second. We'll just announce the cooking names. Everybody, please. Today's cook is Pulkit Mataji, and sweet by who made the sweet? Yourself? But somebody made sweet. Your name is Pulkit. Okay, but there is some check, no? Huh? Hema Mataji could. Who? I think Puja Mataji, is it? Yeah. 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 So everybody can say once Hare Krishna for them. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you for your service, Mataji. Yes, thank you very much. Dancing.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlad Lad Daine. Prahlad Lad Daine. Prahlad Lad Daine. Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha. Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha. Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha. Shilatanka Nakhalaye. Shilatanka Nakhalaye. Shilatanka Nakhalaye. Shilatanka Nakhalaye. Itanma Parato Narsimha. Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha. Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha. Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha. Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha. Yato Yami Tato Narsimha. Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha. Yami Tato Narsimha. Bahir Narsimha, Hridaye Narsimha. Bahir Narsimha, Hridaye Narsimha. Bahir Narsimha, Hridaye Narsimha. Bahir Narsimha, Hridaye Narsimha. Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapade. Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapade. Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapade. Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapade. Tava Kara Kamalavare Nakham Abtashinigam. Kashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavadeta Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare. Jaya Jagadish Hare. Jaya Jagadish Hare. Tava Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shiniyam. Jagadish Hare, Jaya Jagadish Hare, Jaya Jagadish Hare. Taraka Kamalavare Nakam Adbhut Shrikam Darya Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare, Jaya Jagadish Hare, Jaya Jagadish Hare, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Narahari, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Narahari, Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Narahari, Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Narahari. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Radhe. Jaya Madan Mohan, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Guru Premanand Hari Hari Bol.
हरि हरि बोल। महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नाम ब्रह्मणे वैष्णवे
Mane Vaishnave,
स्वल्प पुण्यमृतं राजन्
Punyavritam Rajan,
विश्वास नैव जायते
Vishwasam Naiva Jayate,
शरीरा विद्याजाल
शरीरान विद्या
जड़ेन्द्रियता हे काल जीवे फले विषय सागरे तार मध्य जीवाते लोभो मैं सुदुर्मते ताके जटा कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बड़ा दयामय कोरी बारे जीवा जाए स्वप्रसाद अन्न दिलो बाय सही अन्नामृता पाओ राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ प्रेमे डाको श्री चैतन्य निताय जय निमाय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
Krishna Chaitanya,
प्रभु नित्यानंदा
Prabhu Nityananda,
श्री अद्वैत गदाधरम
Shri Advaita Gadadhara,
श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा
Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
हरे कृष्णा
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Stay here for a bit
Krishna.
longer. Trust me.
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री श्री भगवत महाप्रसाद की शील प्रभुपाद की बद्रीनाथ महाराज की
Round of applause to Ridwan.